better? Which one did I like? You know, why were they good? What kind of did most popularity of the community like? Stuff like that. And we're gonna start with Chapter 1, Season 1. First game. Everyone loved it. It was something new to just start playing and having fun. You know, we didn't know nothing about a storyline. We didn't know nothing about none of that. It was just fun, you know, to get rare skins and have fun. You know, just, you know, if you got a skin, you're like, yeah, let's go. And I'm pretty sure they get free. I didn't play back then, but I heard they might have get free V-Bucks away. Like, if you logged on ever. So, like Save the World does. But we also had Save the World before this, too. And, you know, it's like just normal weapons, like ARs and stuff like that. Is what it pretty much was in this season. So, I'm going to... I would say this season, if we had to rank it, I don't know what it would be. But I would say it was a pretty good season. Just because a lot of YouTubers got into it. Some still play like Nick M30. Aside for PK, I think Typical Gamer, I think, played back then. Yeah, he did. And people like that. And, you know, Ninja did, but, you know, they're not currently really into the game anymore. So, kind of like that, you know. They're not, you know, like, into the game like they used to be, which is sad. You know, Ninja, you know, we all love Ninja. Like, you know, you don't gotta like him, but you have to respect what he's done for the community. He made Fortnite, and now he's not really playing it. Kind of sad. He got his first icon and everything like that. So, yeah, now let's go to Chapter 1, Season 2. We got the first ever Battle Pass. Wasn't even the first 100 tiers, it was just 72. And 70 tiers, I mean. And Black Knight was the main tier. Wasn't the first tier 100 skin, but the first main tier since they only went to 70. So it was tier 70. You know, it's a rare skin. Everyone loves the Black Knight. Then they had some other OG skins that if you got it, and I didn't play back then, so the only one I really heard people talking about and stuff is the Black Knight. I think there was another rare skin if you had to carry your team to win or something. I'm not for sure, but that's what I heard. It was a girl skin, like a bluish. I forgot her name, but yeah. And I heard she's pretty rare, but she wasn't in the battle pass. But yeah, it was like 70 tiers. They had new weapons introducing. You know, that was like the first Fortnite, you know, getting a good game together. But not to look good, like the game was already good. But everyone was like knowing something new was happening and stuff. And since they already had Save the World, you know, a lot of Save the World players probably didn't like it because they only like Save the World. So yeah, I know like Booga's dad played Save the World, and then he introduced him to Battle Royale and stuff like that. So yeah, I would say a lot of people like Chapter 2 Season 2. You know, it's something new for the community to do. You know, a new season. You know, if you like Battle Royale, you know, you were happy that you got something new. Until later on this season, we got Chapter 2. I mean, that's a lot of new. New POIs. Was that when Tilted Towers got introduced? I think one of the best POIs got introduced, known as Tilted Towers. You know, that's fair. Tilted Towers got introduced. But I could be wrong about that. It was either Season 2 or Season 3. I think it was mid-Season 2, though. I could be wrong. So, yeah, we still had a lot of ironic POIs then. But Chapter 1 Season 2 was a pretty ironic season, if you play it. So if you like Chapter 2, or Chapter 1 Season 2, or if you like Chapter 1 Season 1, then you probably like Chapter 1 Season 2. And then we go to Chapter 1 Season 3. An ironic PI, we got the first ever John Wick. And a lot of people love the John Wick. That's all I'm saying. John Wick was an ironic skin. First ever tier 100 skin too. First ever tier 100 battle pass as well. And we had a lot of ironic skins. That was the first storyline meaning as well. As you might be wondering, what was it in the Fortnite storyline? But that was when the meteor. It wasn't a Fortnite live event. I mean, it kind of was. But it's like, if you played the game just at a random time, you would have seen that live event. So yeah, that was the storyline for the first ever live event, the Rocket, in Chapter 2, Season 4. We have to be real. Chapter 2, Season 4 was a good season. I mean, we had Carbine, Omega. Did I say Chapter 2, Season 4? Okay. I'm always... Chapter 2, Chapter 1. I always want to say Chapter 2. You know, since I've said it so many and I played it. But Chapter 1, Season 2. Season 4. My gosh, my brain just can't take all of it. But Chapter 1, Season 4 was ironic. It was another ironic. Probably, if you asked the popularity, I would have to say that would go in the popularity, their favorite category. We had Carbine, Omega, you know, a lot of known skins, like, and they had different versions. We had our first ever live event is Rocket. You know, you can kill people and it make their rocket, their live event, ruin it. I'm glad they stopped that because that was bad. So yeah, you could stop that from happening. And it was just ironic in every way, shape, and form. We got a lot of new POIs. I think Lazy Link got introduced that season, or that might have been season 3. I could be wrong. Yeah, and I think the Buggies might have got introduced as well. Maybe the Buggies. There's a lot of ironic stuff that came out that season. I have to give it to that. I like a lot of new stuff. I would have to give it popularity, loved it, and I might not have played it and got the skins and stuff, but I liked it too, just by, you know, other people liking it and watching it. I would say it was a good season, and I don't really like it. I mean, I liked it, but I don't really like it just because I never played it. So it was a good season for the popularity and creators, you know, a lot of new content and stuff, so I have to give it to the creators. Popularity wins. Chapter 1, Season 5. An ironic season, that's all I'm gonna say. So yeah, Chapter 1, Season 5, we got Drift. One of the best Battle Pass skins there ever was to ever come to the game. I'm just gonna leave it at that. Then we got a lot of other skins. I think we got the golf carts. We got the, like, Paradise Palms. A lot of people love Paradise Palms. I'm just gonna say that. A lot of people love Paradise Palms in that area. And I liked it too, because I've been to Paradise Palms. I'm still there in Chapter 1. I was there too. I've been there. So yeah, if y'all liked, tell me, comment which one was your favorite season. So I would say Chapter 1, Season 5 was one of the best seasons there ever was to Fortnite. And I'm not just saying that just because I love Fortnite and I say that about almost every season. Chapter 1 was one of the best chapters. I mean, there's only 2 chapters. And we'll talk about them when we get to that. But you'll see why Chapter 2, Chapter 1, in my opinion, was better. But we'll get to why later on. But mainly, right now, let's just go to Chapter 1, Season 6. There's a lot of other items. In Chapter 1, Season 6, we got... Oh, and let me just say, we got our first ever... another live event with Kevin the Cube. And he had a lot of stories. He's returning for this season and in Chapter 7 live event. Chapter 2, 7. Season 7, we'll get to him later on, though. Yeah, and Kevin, you know, just first appeared, you know, he also had a live event. He went to the Loot Lake, another ironic POI. But let's just go to Chapter 2, Season 6. We got the Camality skin, Cowgirl, I think is how you say it, Camality or something. She was another ironic skin. No. But this season, they had their second ever Halloween update. Fortnite Mares 1, or they did, like, it was the first season they took it to Fortnite Mares. Like, Season 2 they had one for School Trooper and all of them. But it was just like, it just had nothing. Like, they just was a Halloween season, or Halloween event and stuff. Like, they didn't never call it Fortnite Mares. So this was like the first Fortnite Mares they added. I would have to say probably the second worst Fortnite Mares. I love Chapter 2, Season 4, and we'll talk about it later. But the Fortnite Mares and it was bad. I just didn't like it. Even though that was one of my favorite seasons. And we'll talk about that later on. I just want to go talk about one of the first season I played. I didn't play fully, and I wasn't able to get all the tier skins. I got to tier 70 or something, or 81 or something in chapter 1, season 7. And before we talk about that, I want to talk about the live event. That's when we got the butterfly event for chapter 2. I always want to say chapter 1, or chapter 2. Chapter 1, season 6, we got the butterfly Kevin the Cube event. It got destroyed. That was an ironic event as well. The last time we seen Kevin the Cube till he returned, and then made this POI, the conversions or whatever. So yeah. So this POI was, like this loot lake kept, everyone wanted not loot lake, but Kevin the Cube back. So it was ironic how he finally returned. They kept hyping him up though. So I just like how they did that, but we'll talk about them later. But yeah. But I do want to talk about chapter 2, season 7. The first, we got 2 live events this season. First ever concert. And that concert being the marshmallow, and then we got the what's his name, the Ice King, that's his name, event when he made the whole map of snow. We never really had a storyline event though. Just he made the whole map of snow, which I really didn't see neither of them. I wasn't there for neither of them because I didn't know what live events was. I was like, this is a fun game, I was just like, so happy. That was a fun game. I didn't know they had a storyline until season 8 came around. But they added Trod. I think he was the last battle pass skin I got. I would never get 14. Cause I started like December 20th something, 20th I think, or 21st. So I started back then. I wasn't able to finish, but I would say chapter 2 season 7 was ironic to me. Just because it was my first ever season. I didn't get all the skins, which was sad. I don't think I got secret skin either. I don't even know. I think it was a prisoner, I think's what I've heard. But I know I don't have him. I don't think I got it. So I don't have the skin. But it was ironic for me. Because first ever season. I liked it. Snowy, stuff. Polar Pete, Frosty Flights, and what else was there? Happy Hamilton? I think Happy Hamilton? I think that was the name of it. I really liked that. Happy Hamilton was a cool POI. So I have to give it to that. It was very cool. But if I had any good POI that season, I would have to say I liked Polar Pete. It was just ironic. And if they had bosses then, we could say. And that's when the Infinity Swords was first ever introduced, and Planes. Both ironic. Planes, I love them. And yeah, I'm gonna, I'm gonna try to hurry and finish my thing up for this game in, so I'm gonna have to hurry. So yeah, I just love that season. Chapter 1, season 8. We got Volcano. First ever live event I witnessed. I watched it at Walmart on mobile. If you wanted to know, that might be a story time video. I might have to do. Yeah, I watched it, at Walmart. I was on mobile, and I love it. We got Baller's favorite vehicle of all time. I don't really need to say nothing. Favorite vehicle. And yeah, it was just ironic to me, actually being there for the first live event. Yeah, I thought I was gonna miss it. I didn't go home. I was like, oh my gosh, I can get on mobile. So, I already had on mobile. And I was like, okay, I'm watching on mobile. I watched on mobile at Walmart. It was a cool live event. I didn't know what was happening until I learned about the storyline, and I understood it. And yeah, but that's when I morally became like, oh, that's morally when I became. So yeah. Let's go to chapter 2, season 9. The tied with chapter 1. I always want to say chapter 2. I don't know why. I honestly don't know why. Chapter 1, season 9. I was the first ever season that I woke up at the downtime for the season. I was just, I love doing that. And I wasn't even a YouTuber, and I just love doing that. And I wasn't even a YouTuber back then. I just loved doing it. And now I do it for content, make a video right off the bat, and then I go to sleep for about a couple hours. And I also had a field trip that day for school. And I was tired. Like, I woke up so early for the season that I was just tired. Yeah, and it was like my last field trip in elementary. Yeah, but, overall, we had the slipstreams, We got Tilted Towers was took out in that live event before, and so was Retail. We had Megamon and Neo Tilted, which I missed Retail because that was like first ever win. Retail and Pleasant are my, I would say Risky Reels because I love Risky, and Retail Row are my two favorite locations. Just Retail because I got my first win in it, so I like it. I got it in Season 7. So yeah, I'm Chapter 1, Season 10. Hated it. Matt sucked. They ruined it. That's all I need to say. That was my least favorite season, and I did not want to do that whatsoever. And yeah, I just didn't like it. And but it did go to Black Hope. That was one of my favorite things about it. Why? Just because, like, I was intense, and now I know it will return. If it ever goes back, I will be happy. So yeah, Chapter 2, Season 1. An ironic season. Chapter 2, Season 1 is ironic. You know, it's ironic, but I didn't like it in the same process. Why? It's because it was so long, but the Star Wars, lightsabers, everything made it kind of good. So I would give this season, I'd probably say worst season of Chapter 2, but I can't really, that's what I would do. Yeah, I did that where I can get the last kill and make it on time, if you want to know. So yeah, it was too long. I wasn't a fan of that. So I will give it that. But Chapter 2, Season 2. I love it, and it could be really good if they wouldn't delay it. But you know what? I understand that might have been because of medical, or not medical, but you know, they couldn't intentionally stop that. I understand that, so I respect that. But maybe if it was not on purpose, I would. So yeah, I love it. We got mythics, bosses. We got helicopters for the first time. Agency, it was just like the Tilted Tower Chapter 2 version. So I love the Agency. I literally love the Agency. So yeah, it was like a Tilted Towers for me, because I wasn't able to experience Tilted Towers for that long. It was like a Tilted Towers. That's all I'm gonna say. Tilted Towers. So yeah. So Chapter 2, Season 3. Ironic, another ironic season. You know, they didn't have a live event, which I was really sad about. And I'm gonna go on and talk about all the live events later. Let me just get the seasons finished. Yeah. Chapter, it was like water themed, the whole map was covered, never got delayed, and it was the last season before my favorite. We'll get into that. You know, they added sharks and stuff like that, but the sharks really were, you know, weird. And I didn't know how to do it for like the first 5 months. I mean, like first 5 weeks. Then I knew how to ride them. So it was pretty ironic and stuff. So Chapter 2, Season 4. Favorite season of all time. Marvel, Mythics, Iron Man, my favorite hero. Iron Man got a skin and he got his own Mythics. Stark Industries, best location of all time. That, Risky Reels, and Retail, but for currently it's Retail and Risky, but if we have to talk, them are my favorite 3 of all time. And yeah, we got Doctor Doom, Thor, Wolverine, you know, great live event with the Galactus, loved it. And we got a lot of other PIs with the Thor Mythics and the Wolverine Claws, the Wolverine Boss, and Doctor Doom. Pleasant got turned into Doom's Domain for a day. And yeah, it was just very ironic and stuff and cool. So I will have to give this season the best one of all. Chapter 2, Season 5. Planes returned for the Christmas event. It was weird. It was honestly kind of weird. I wasn't really that much of a fan of the planes, but yeah. So I wasn't really that much of a fan of the planes though. But if I had to say, it was a pretty cool season. You know, all the collabs. If you didn't like collabs, you hated it. That's the only thing I can say for this one. The only thing I can really say for this season. This dude is a little. So yeah, if you didn't like the lives, you didn't like it. Chapter 2, Season 6, though. Probably my second. The only reason I remember it, the foundation and the storyline was good with the 7 stuff. But for him to be real, I stayed up like all night to see it. I was really hyped about that. You know, I thought it was gonna be good. and stuff. So I was hyped. I was really hyped, so I did stay up all night and, you know, made it really interesting. So I'd say second worst, and then they didn't have an event, so it made it kind of bad. So yeah, Chapter 2, Season 7. Probably third favorite season. Okay, I came in second, but you know what? It doesn't matter. You can't get a win because this dude's a weasel. And he's playing copyrighted music. Okay, but Chapter 2, Season 7, I loved it. They added aliens, UFOs, Punk's returns, and it was just, you know, sick. They did just incredible on it. You know, and the way we went into Chapter 2, Season 8 with Kevin returning, and it was a cool live event. My favorite live event of all time was Galactus, then the Mets versus Robot in Season 9. Cool. Then the aliens. And then I would have to say, let's see. There was a lot of other good ones. I'd probably go with Volcano. And then the Device. Then the Travis Scott one. And then I don't know, that's probably all my top, and the others just come down below with the solo Chapter 2 Steps one, and the little the mini one with the saying Ariana Grande was good, and yeah, there's more. And then Chapter 2 Season 8, it's not over yet. It was really boring at the first. We got the conventions, then we got the Sideways Bubbles, has a storyline part, and so yeah. And then we got Sludgy Swamp and stuff. So make sure you like, subscribe, hit the bell. This season might be the last season, Chapter 2. So make sure you stay tuned to that. I'll see you on this video. I'm Dip Gamer. I'm out. Peace!